Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Turn the Page, Revenge of the Body Squeezers. I I normally segue to you with something in the name, but I just don't want to, force that upon you. How are you doing?
My body is under compression.
Good. Okay, that's all I ask. That's all I didn't ask. But we're in an interesting situation here today. We're in an interesting predicament, I guess, in the sense of this is a sequel to a book we have not participated in. It's always a weird circumstance to find yourself in. However, I will say from past experience with being in this exact same situation, which has happened, it didn't matter at all. It didn't matter at all that we didn't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely sitting on that side of the fence. I think it's going to be unlikely. It's going to be extremely detrimental to us to have not known. And if it is, we can use intuition, the general power of intuition, to try and figure out what the body squeezers do. I wonder.
If only I knew what this guy on the cover holding a weapon that seems to squeeze a body would do.
We could use that to do anything. That body squeezer with that body squeezing weapon could... Embroidery?
Perhaps.
Maybe it's about embroidery. I will say,
yes,
this guy, the alien currently holding this body squeezer gun, looks like a Cronenbergian fly morph creation of Weevil Underwood and every single character in Weevil Underwood's deck.
That's pretty fair. Yeah. That's that. I can see it.
It's got a sick blue bowl cut,
yes,
and my man is otherwise an insect.
Yeah, he does seem to have that. My thought for what was going on with the head of this guy is that he kind of looks like a clam.
Yeah!
I don't know if that's on purpose. It seems like
maybe it's so we can ventilate his brain?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I didn't read the literature.
You know, the weirdest thing about this is the guy's clearly wearing blue Levi's right there with a belt buckle. Like,
that is true.
That's very terrestrial, buddy.
Yeah. I just want to fit in. I do want to take over and squeeze all the bodies, but I do like the denim.
You see my bowl cut. You see my Levi jeans. You see my brain ventilation. I'm a human, like the rest of human.
I'm 95% of population, bowl cut and Levi. But hey. Anyway, I don't know. He's a scary looking man. I don't have much else to say. He is pointing a body squeezing weapon gun ? Right upon the screen towards us. But yeah, I'm just ready to be bewarned about what he's gonna do.
I've never felt more like I'm on the inside of a skill tester than looking down the barrel of that machine.
Yeah.
Are we ready for a bewaring?
Beware me.
Beware! Huh? Don't read the book from beginning to end, you bugger! Just when you thought it was safe to go back to California, the body squeezers have returned! Your best friend Jack got rid of all the evil green alien invaders. The problem is, now Earth is facing a bunch of evil blue aliens. Oh. Aliens that want to shrink everybody in town into tennis balls and take them into outer space to study. Can you do something to stop them before you're the next victim?
So you're telling me Revenge of the Body Squeezers, their goal is not to squeeze bodies?
Nope.
Interesting.
It's revenge. No, it appears they squeeze us down effectively into the shape of a tennis ball, and then they go and study the biomass, I guess, elsewhere.
Yeah, I suppose what is a squeeze if not a shrink? I guess that is accurate. But yeah, no, I think you're right. I think we got entirely caught up. Like, just like that. But also, now that we're nearing the end of the Goosebumps, Give Yourself Goosebumps books, what if we just, started right now actually reading the book from beginning to end? What if we just ruined it right at the end? What if we just beefed it in the final, at the finish line? It's like,
the thing is, we don't know that
2, 3, 4, 5.
We don't know that page 3 isn't going to be the one good ending. Just get 3 pages in and it's like, oh, I mean, 5-minute podcast, enjoy.
Well, then that means that we were doing it wrong because that's a much quicker run. I wonder on average, if you did read it starting from page 1 going onwards, I wonder how many of the books that would be a faster, like assuming you read all the pages that you flip to, how many books would that be a faster ending on? I do wonder.
I have this weird feeling in my soul that I think almost all of the books have their final resolution
In the hundreds.
past halfway.
Yeah. It feels like for the most part there will be like in the end. Generally not at the very end, but a little bit before the very end. It seems to be where it usually is. Agreed.
It's the anti-flip through tech.
Yeah. Just in case you already ruined it for yourself, they're going to ruin it for you even more because it's going to take even longer to get to the end. It's going to be an even worse experience.
You thought you were taking the scenic route? No. This is full completion. Final page is still the end.
Yeah, you should have read the first page. Now you're going to have an even worse time. Anywho, page 1. Ding dong. You ring the bell to your best friend Jack Archer's house. It's December 31st, which in Southern California means a nice sunny day. There's no answer. Where could Jack be, you wonder? At that moment, Jack and his little sister Billy come barreling out around the corner of their home.
Hey guys, what's the rush? What's going on?
You ask.
Alien!
Billy screams as she hides behind you.
Yeah, right.
You mumble.
Oh, hey Jack, I got some cool stuff from my grandpa to show you. And pictures of my... We gotta get out of here.
Jack whispers urgently. He looks dead serious.
Listen, while you were on vacation, these green aliens attacked LA. They fell to Earth in a weird form, like heavy orange balls, like tennis balls. And then they transformed into green aliens. It was horrible. Look, I destroyed them all, but just now, Billy and I saw a blue alien. What are you talking about?
You roll your eyes.
Green aliens? Blue aliens? Ugh, give me a break. You gotta believe us!
Jack cries. Then his eyes open wide, scared.
Because the blue alien is right behind you!
Turn to page 2. I mean, if this is accurate...
He's right behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me, isn't he? If this is true, this is the quickest, catch up into immediate thrust into the story that we have had thus far. And I'm here for it. You whirl around and gasp.
I don't think this is vocalized.
No! Oh, wait, I see. No, you want to scream. Well, no, you see, it's vocalized. You just go, no. But you wanted to scream it. But your voice won't work. Fine. No sound comes out. All right. All right. A tall blue creature. See, but no, I can't. At that point, you can't. I can't save it. A tall blue creature, some sort of horrible bug-like space alien, stands just 3 feet away. Its head is a strange diamond shape. Its huge, burning eyes, like yellow orbs of fire, bob on stems. And it has a big, gaping black hole for a mouth. No, it has just fangs and stuff. Its body's long and skinny, glowing an iridescent blue. The alien draws a rasping breath. The sound curdles your blood.
What do we do?
Billy whispers. There's terror in her voice. Your eyes dart down towards the creature's hands, so powerful, strong enough to choke the life out of you.
Run!
Jack screams.
Into the house, fast!
No, you think if we run, that can make the alien chase us. Should you run or just hold very, very still? You have to decide. Quick! To run into the house with Jack and Billy, turn to page 57. Stand there stiff like a statue, turn to 84. I was going to say that Jack should know how to handle these because of the last book, but these are different aliens.
Yeah, these are blue. Completely different.
Completely different, though I do still say it feels like the better one than standing still stiff.
Yeah, especially because we're going along with Jack and Billy, and I can't imagine that if we stand here, or rather, if we split up with them this early, it's going to be a good option for us.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did I think I just crossed out the wrong one. Yes, I did.
57.
Your legs tremble with fear, but somehow you make them move.
Let's go!
You scream. You spin and follow Jack and Billy into their house. Slam! Jack shuts the door fast and flips the deadbolt.
Now do you believe us?
He whispers, breathing hard. You gulp and nod, eyes open wide.
What was that?
You mutter softly.
That was it! The blue alien!
Billy says in her high voice.
I told you it was in the garage! But where? How?
You ask, dazed.
Just listen,
Jack says. He keeps one eye on the locked front door. Quickly, he explains the whole thing, what happened while you were away. How the green aliens invaded Earth, how they hugged people and sunk their long nails into people's backs, turning them into aliens. You find out that even Jack's teacher and parents became possessed by the aliens.
And you'll never guess who their leader was.
Jack whispers.
Who?
You barely manage to choke out the question. Find out on page 66. Our parents?
Mr. Fleshman.
Wow. Unfortunate name. Jack replies.
It's such a good disguise for hiding in amongst humans, but as it turns out, he was an alien too.
Your weirdo next door neighbor?
You ask, totally amazed. Jack nods.
Yeah, he was in charge of the whole alien invasion. The others got their powers from him. He was wearing a disguise to make him look human, but when he took it off, ugh.
Fleshman's saggy skin was a disguise? Fleshman? Oh. Jack and
No,
Billy,
Fleshman? The guy that rots in the normal sunlight? No.
Yeah. Jack and Billy shudder just thinking about it.
I bet those blue aliens are the same from the planet. From the same planet, rather.
Jack says, confused.
Sorry, I'm all muddled up. Because they make the same kind of sound, you know? Maybe Mr. Fleshman was their leader, too.
You glance towards the front door. Where's the blue alien now, you suddenly wonder. Behind you, a door slams, and you spin around fast. Scrape. Footsteps drag towards you from another room.
Oh no! Jack! You didn't lock the back door!
Billy screams. Turn to page 81. Scrape. The footsteps drag closer. The eerie sound makes your scalp prickle. The blue alien marches into the living room, its gigantic arms outstretched.
Ah!
Billy screams. You whirl towards the front door to escape, but it's bolted.
Run!
Jack yells. He tries to push past you. You fumble with the lock and open it. But you glance over your shoulder and freeze in total fear. The creature reaches into its mouth, pushing his huge, lumpy hand deep down his own throat. Half of his arm disappears inside of its mouth. When he pulls his arm out again, you can't believe what he's holding. Duck when you get to page 113.
I wouldn't be able to believe he'd be holding anything.
That's kind of what I was about to get to. It's like, yeah, I think that is a safe bet. I would not believe it. You can't believe your eyes, still. The alien has taken a weapon of some sort out of its mouth. It's shaped like a gun. The handle is green and purple, but instead of a barrel, it has 6 curved metal bars. They form a silver claw, like a cage. The alien breathes loudly. He raises his arm and points the claw at all 3 of you. Zip. With a strange, horrible noise, the weapon shoots out a blinding flash of light straight at Billy. You stare at the horrible sight and scream your guts out on page 53. Sorry. The light from the alien's gun surrounds Billy like a cage. Then it squeezes her whole body squeeze style into a small black ball.
No!
You and Jack scream in horror. Too late. Zip. The alien shoots another weapon at Jack, another flash of light, and before he can blink, Jack is squeezed into a small black ball too. The alien aims the gun at you, and before you can run, duck, or even blink, he presses the trigger. Click, click. Wait, you're okay. The alien's gun is jammed. Now's your chance. You yank open the front door and run out. Your heart hammers as you hide behind some bushes in the front yard. The alien rushes past you, fiddling with his squeezer gun, trying to fix it. He doesn't see you at all. Yes, you escaped. But then, you see something terrible. The alien is carrying 2 small black balls, Jack and Billy. It's too risky to follow the alien, you think. I could get squeezed. But I have to save my friends, don't I? Follow the alien on 33, or stay in the bushes on page 18.
I mean, I think we've got a lead. Let's go check out Fleshman's home pad rather than going after the alien who might be able to take us.
I mean, his gun's jammed. But I agree.
Oh, that's true. Bum rush him.
Shaking in fear, you crouch lower into the bushes and hide, you coward. You're not going to follow that creature. No way. Even if he is kidnapping Jake and Billy, you've got to save your own skin. Uh-oh. Footsteps. The alien is coming back towards the bush.
Oh, there you are.
The alien says in a metallic voice.
Now I have 3.
Zip. A flash, and then a cage of light crushes you, squeezing you into a small black ball just like Billy and Jack. Then the alien bends down, picks you up, and begins to juggle. He's juggling you, Billy and Jack. Too bad for you, he's a lousy juggler.
Oops.
He says as he drops you on your head. Ow, that hurts. Hey, that's what you get for hiding in the bushes instead of trying to save your friends.
Oops again.
Ow, he dropped you again. Oh well, you know what they say, that's the way the ball bounces. The end.
I can't stop them from saying that, frankly.
I just can't stop. They won't shut up. I close my eyes. It's all I hear. I fall asleep. It's all I see.
I wear earmuffs, somehow they're headphones just blaring the noise into my ears.
It's on every one of my t-shirts. I can't escape it. 33, we are going to not be cowards. You got to follow the alien. You can't let him take your friends. You're brave. Your heart races as you sneak out of the bushes and follow him. Through Jack's backyard, past 3 new houses that are just being built, towards a dark forest. Deep in the woods, the alien stops just a few feet from a strange black office building. Your heart pounds. You stand back, hoping the alien can't hear you as you try and catch your breath. Suddenly, a light begins to glow from inside the building. You squint into the darkness of the woods and realize it's not an office building. It's not a building at all. Turn to page 43. What is it?
Oh, ship!
Oh, it's a spaceship. Achievement unlocked. You try not to gasp out loud as you realize you're just a few steps away from the alien's headquarters. The ship is a weird 8-sided shape. Black on stilts? Okay. 6 tall metal legs hold it up above the ground like a giant bug. The alien creeps forward and stands under the spaceship, holding Billy and Jack, the 2 small black balls, in his hands. He calls out, "Oberlingo!" His voice is harsh, metallic sounding, as if it's coming from a machine and not a living being.
We're on Earth now.
A voice from inside the spaceship replies,
Speak English. I am ready to return.
The alien says.
Open the hatch. Let's go home.
2 things. 1, you don't have to, like, we're on Earth now, and I'm talking to you. We need to speak English. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You sure as hell don't have to. You're invading and stealing our people.
I
Second
once
of all,
went to an island called Bali in Indonesia with a group of family, and at no point then in our hotel room did one of us look to the other and go, "We're in Indonesia now. Speak Bahasa Indonesian exclusively, please."
I see, but that's where you're wrong. You were bad guests.
That's fair. We did try and learn.
Second thing, noted by what you said. We're on Earth now, so we should speak English, specifically. There's a couple other languages on Earth.
That escaped me.
Yeah. It's like just, there's a couple other languages here on this big old marble that we call an Earth. Anyway, The small ramp extends down from the ship to the ground. Oh no, you think as you watch the alien trudge up the ramp. He's going to take Jack and Billy even, to another world. Hurry to page 104 if you want to save them. Go slowly if you don't care.
Yep, they're gone. You took too long to turn.
Bye-bye. Timed page. You race forward, your heart pounding. You've got to save your friend. Somehow, trembling with fear, you take one step up the ramp. You peek into the ship. All you can see is a control room lit up with millions of flashing knobs and panels. You see the two blue aliens standing near the ship's control panel.
Is it set?
One alien asks. The short one.
Yeah.
The tall blue alien answers. He's the one you were following. The one who's still holding the two black balls.
When will the squeeze bomb go off?
The squeeze bomb? Wait. How?
I wonder what that does.
Yeah. I do, like, I mean, yes, I understand what it does, but I am wondering how. But, well, I guess maybe we'll find out. How does explosion squeeze? It's the opposite
It's an
of what...
implosion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it is, more power to him. The short alien asks.
On one Earth Day, 24 hours from now.
Please, we're on Earth. Speak English. The other one answers.
Good.
The short alien mumbles.
When it goes off, it will squeeze all the human beings of this city into small black balls. First we take over LA, then the world!
The aliens laugh. The sound makes your blood run cold. Be very quiet. Hey, be very quiet. And turn to page...
laughing!
Turn to page 119. I
mean, like, insects would have to laugh with some sort of click, right?
They'd have to. If they could do it in a different way, they would do it that way by choice.
Mm-hmm. They wouldn't be insects. I think they taxonomically would no longer be insects if they could laugh in any other fashion.
It's true. You shudder at the aliens' evil plan to squeeze all the people in Los Angeles into little balls. What a sentence. The short creature opens a small hatch in the control panel.
Put those two in there.
He instructs the tall guy, pointing to the two black balls that are Billy and Jack. We get it! They are balls! We get it. The tall alien obeys. He drops your friends into the hatch. They're two balls. You gulp with dread as they disappear from sight.
Now that we put those two balls in there, why did you plant the device?
The short alien asks. The tall alien turns his back. You can't quite make out the answer. All you can hear are three words. I guess Hollywood, East, and Bowl. Cut.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Earth time.
I would issue once more.
Time zones are universal.
I would love, for collaborative purposes, what time is it where you're at right now, Raps?
10 a.m. That's Earth time.
Yeah, yours is 10 a.m. Earth time. That's weird. My clock must be like extremely slow or extremely fast because it is 6 p.m. Earth time here. Odd. Interesting. Anyways, the taller alien finishes.
That's when the people of LA will be destroyed.
Oh man, everyone in LA squeezed into small black balls? Even your parents? And you? If you don't, yeah. Even if you don't find the device, you'll be squeezed into a ball too. Can things get any worse on page 73? That's like every night when I go to bed. Like,
can things get any worse?
Can things get any worse on day 10,000? And I mean, your head is spinning. You try and sort it all out. Aliens on Earth. They capture Jack and Billy. They've been squeezed into black balls. Planted some kind of bomb that will squeeze everyone into black balls. I've got to find the squeeze bomb, you realize, and stop it somehow. Turn it off before it's too late, because otherwise the bomb is going to go off and squeeze everyone in LA into small black balls. But if you search for it, the aliens will leave Earth, and they will take Billy and Jack with them. They're currently in ball form. Time is running out. You better choose. Do you try and rescue Billy and Jack from the spaceship, or leave them there and try and save all of the people in Los Angeles? I do not care about Billy and Jack. But...
yeah, absolutely not.
But...
What if I save them and then everyone gets squeezed by this giant squeeze bomb?
Yeah. It would...
That's net nothing.
Yeah, this is a classic trolley squeeze bomb problem.
Classic thought experiment.
Exactly. They think we're kids or something, the way they keep explaining this ball thing to us. Like, what do you think how old do you think I am?
It does read a little like, all right, and I'm done with my assignment. I know the word count was 10,000, but I've got a hot 500.
Yeah.
Oh no! And they're just rewriting it constantly.
Yeah, like quick, more. Oh shoot! He said that. Whatever. Just do it again. They forgot.
Ball formed Jack and Billy, siblings who were currently in ball form as a result of a ball forming.
Do you try and save Billy and Jack on page 51, or trying to find and disarm the giant squeeze bomb on page 92? I will say the only thing that pushes me potentially towards saving Billy and Jack would be like, what if the squeeze bomb is on the ship, and then they're gonna drop it?
Ooh.
That's my only thing. Like, that's my only fear with that line of thinking. I would love if Billy and Jack died, but I just.
I've heard too much about them, frankly. I want the last time I ever hear about Billy and Jack and the ball forms to be in their obituaries.
They died as they lived. 2 small black balls. It just keeps saying the same thing. Okay. I don't know. Let's go to. I'm down to go to 92. I kind of want to see what's up with that.
I think we should go to 92. The only thing that makes sense for me in trying to save Billy and Jack first is, like, Jack's beaten aliens before, so maybe he would be useful.
Yeah, well, that chumps a small black ball right now, so he couldn't be that good. You decide you must save Los Angeles from the aliens, even if it means leaving Billy and Jack behind on the alien ship in ball form. Maybe they'll be okay, you tell yourself. Maybe you can get help from NASA later and go rescue your friends then. But for now, you gotta hurry. Everyone in Los Angeles depends on you to find the squeeze bomb. LA's a big place. The squeeze bomb could be anywhere, and you have 24 hours to find it. Wait, when did we figure out? I mean, I'm sure it was told to us, but I don't remember being told it was 24 hours.
10 a.m. Earth time
yes.
is when it's going to go off.
Oh, sorry. That's right. We were making a gaffe. Quietly, slowly, you back down the ramp from the spaceship, just in time. Whoosh! The ramp retreats back up into the ship, closing the entrance. Then the spaceship begins to lift off. There's no way to save Billy and Jack now. Hurry on to page 100 to rub it in, why don't you? Save the city of Los Angeles. Ah, you really made a choice, didn't you? You evil, evil man. Thanks.
Now go save a city.
Yeah. Your heart pounds like a drum as you run through the woods. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I saw the word Jack and I got scared because I wanted him dead. Your heart pounds like a drum as you run through the woods, away from the departing spaceship back towards Jack's house. Panting and out of breath, you collapse when you reach Jack's doorstep. What now, you wonder? Where should I start to search for the squeeze bomb? With a sinking feeling, you realize the terrible truth. You don't even know what a squeeze bomb looks like. A big cold hand suddenly squeezes your shoulder. Hard. Turn around fast on page 29.
They did it.
They did the thing.
They even emphasized it. They ended the sentence and then just had one sentence by itself of one word, just hard, full stop.
I thought that was going to be one of those things where I pointed it out and then it was going to stop happening, but it has been very reliably in some form in nearly every book. That
I wonder
it blanks
if there's writing
hard.
Sorry?
No.
It does. I wonder if there's some sort of way in which you could use that to deduce which of these were written by real life Stein and which of them were written by Ghostwriter Stein.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ones that say hard are written directly by RL themselves.
Real life Stein, yeah. It could be. Either way, you jump and jerk with the start.
No!
You cry out, terrified that another alien is attacking you.
What's wrong with you?
Maddie Weiner says. Maddie Weiner lives across the street from Jack. She goes to your school. She's pretty, with long frizzy black hair and blue eyes. You like her. Except when she's bossy and acts like she knows everything. And okay, and breathes and looks at you. But hey, she's so smart. She usually does know everything.
You scared me half to death!
You snap at Maddie.
I thought you were...
You can't even finish your sentence. You're afraid Maddie will laugh at you if you say the word alien, but her eyes widen with concern.
What? An alien? Are they back?
She asks nervously.
You know about them? About the aliens?
You ask. Maddie nods.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for Jack, we'd be...
Her voice trails off. She stares at something past your shoulder.
Ah!
She screams at the top of her lungs. Turn to page 50. Stop screaming like you know everything. God. Like, oh, you know what's behind me? Stop it, know-it-all. Jeez. This is why I hate you. I mean, I love you.
This all started on the very first day of school when we walked up to Maddie and said, "Hi, my name's player character. What's yours?" And she said Maddie, and we were like, know it all.
Yeah, right. Who asked?
You did. Know it all.
Oh, you know, there you go again. Two whole things. You've known everything I've asked you? Come on. As if.
I exclusively want to meet people who lie to me habitually.
Yeah. I want to tell you a neat fact about what happened to Viggo Mortensen when they were filming The Lord of the Rings, but you don't know it because I want to be the one to tell you that he kicked it and broke his toe. Okay?
No. Maddie, he broke his toe on a helmet.
On a helmet when they were filming. But he did the scene anyway, Maddie. I want to be the one to tell you. Viggo Mortensen, national treasure. All right.
You know what? I understand. I've probably told that exact fact to Peak 3 different times, and the reception on the second and third time was lackluster, frankly.
I know. Why don't they like it as much every time you tell it? It's not fair.
Come on, at least act like it's new information.
Act like it's new information. Don't make. I'm gonna be embarrassed. Yeah, I think that is it's just like, there's something about that one. I think it's becoming the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like the capital V, capital F fact.
Did you know he actually also bought one of the horses that he rode in one of the later films?
Oh my God, Viggo Mortensen. Anyways, page 50.
What?
You scream, jumping out of the way.
A spider!
Maddie cries, pointing at a huge black creepy thing dangling on a thin spider line.
Ugh, I hate them.
You roll your eyes.
Don't scare me like that! Sorry. Anyway, what happened?
She asks. You quickly explain everything to her.
So Billy and Jack are in the spaceship as ball forms, and I've got to find the squeeze bomb thing.
You tell her.
And the only clues I have are 3 words. Hollywood, East, and Bowl. Sounds to me like it could be the Hollywood Bowl.
Maddie announces, meaning the big open-air theater.
I'm not so sure.
You argue.
I mean, think about it. Today is December 31st, New Year's Eve. The squeezer thing is going to go off tomorrow at New Year's Day, and that's the day of the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena. That's east of Hollywood, isn't it?
Maddie twists her mouth a little, like she can't decide whether to agree with you or not.
We need more information.
Oh, what? So you can know it? Maddie, she declares.
Let's sneak into Mr. Fleshman's house and search for clues.
What should you do? Head for the Hollywood Bowl, go to the Rose Bowl parade, or sneak into Fleshman's house? Well, Hollywood east bowl. I will say, if it was the Rose Bowl parade, if that is the sentence structure, I mean, like, you know, I will forgive them because English, the language of Earth, is their second language. But I don't know what sentence, if you were going to say the Rose Bowl, Hollywood is not east of the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
It's the ordering doesn't work.
It definitely has a strange formation to it there. I I do like the idea of Hollywood Bowl, and it's something that I had heard, I guess, in other media before and was already thinking. But is there any problem with searching Mr. Fleshman's house? Like, isn't he
I
dead?
don't think so. I think it's like we might as well go there and maybe we'll figure out which of the other two we should go for. And worst comes to worst, we just die there and I don't care. I'd rather be dead than a ball, I'll tell you.
More information in Fleshman's house?
You think about it for a little too long. Yeah, it's worth a try. Like Jack said, Fleshman might have been the leader of the Blue Aliens too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You agree. You turn towards Jack's neighbor's house and start walking. But Maddie gets ahead of you, like always. Ugh, she's like that. She always has to be first. No way, you think. Not this time. You race past to the back door. You try the knob. It's unlocked, and you slip inside. Whoa. First of all, I don't think you like Maddie. I'm going to be honest.
No.
A shadowy creature. you seem to hate everything about Maddie. So.
Oh, wait a second. We did forget these people are kind of like middle school age. It's entirely possible this is the like, I love you, I hate you kind of like response that goes on at that time.
You trip her, she skins her knee, and then you go get a milkshake later. Yeah. A shadowy creature with a crusty skin and 14 eyeballs lunges forward, reaching for your throat. Don't scream until you get to page 22. Raps, don't scream. Not yet.
We were here, baby!
You cry, darting out of the way. Maddie cries stupidly right behind you. You and she stare at the monster's face, all 14 hideous eyeballs spin in their sockets. The creature buzzes and hums and keeps rolling forward. Rolling? Wait a minute. You glance down at the crusty beast's feet. Wheels? Try not to get run over on page 61. I do love that page's whole revelation is, dude's a car.
You hear ka-chow.
Ka-chow, no! He's gonna lightning McQueen us. Bzz. The creature rolls forward, like a huge mechanical doll. You hear a motor humming and buzzing inside, and Maddie bursts out laughing.
Oh man, I forgot.
She squeals.
It's one of Fleshman's monsters. You know, from the movies. Huh?
You say?
Okay, so Mr. Fleshman worked as a special effects expert.
She explains.
That was his job, his, I guess, cover here on Earth, to hide the fact that he was an alien. This whole house is filled with fake monsters he created for the movies. They start moving around when you come into the house, you know, kind of like a security system, I guess.
Wow. Wow. You mumble.
That's a really comprehensive explanation. It works pretty good. Nearly scared me to death. Come on.
Maddie says.
His desk is in there?
She's getting ahead of you again. Hurry to page 123.
You trip her over and run past.
You push her into the monster. You derive pleasure from her blood-curdling screams as she becomes shrunken. Finally, peace and quiet from that girl I like. You race to keep up with Maddie. By the time you get there, she's in Mr. Fleshman's office, bending over his desk, reading his papers. Most of them are about the movie business. You can't find anything that proves he's an alien from outer space.
What about this?
Maddie asks, picking up a photograph. It's an 8x10 glossy picture of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the famous sidewalk with movie stars' names written on gold stars.
Wow.
You exclaim, taking the photo from her.
Yeah.
Maddie says.
Check it out.
You both stare at one particular square in the sidewalk, the one that has Leonard Nimoy's name on it. He is the actor who played an alien on Star Trek.
You know, he was Mr. Spock.
You know, he actually broke his toe when he kicked. Just like
You know, after the Wrath of Khan, he actually bought the horse he rode.
You know one fact, and you just need to apply it to every movie. I don't know. They were impressed when I said the thing about Viggo Mortensen.
All right, who in this film kicked a helmet so hard they broke their toe?
Yeah. You say?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was Mr. Spock, you say.
he was Mr. Spock.
You say.
I know.
Of course. Maddie says.
God damn it, Maddie.
You mumble.
Someone crossed out Leonard Nimoy's name in this picture with a red crayon and wrote Fleshman Rules.
What? Maddie nods.
I bet that's where the squeezer thing's buried.
She says. Is it? Decide on page 108. Just the thought of getting a picture of a Hollywood star, of a fake alien on a TV show, to cross it out and write Fleshman Rules. A name that's not even you. That's not even your name. Is wild. Is
And I only do that in order to indicate surreptitiously that that's where I have buried the body squeeze thing. By the way, we only know that Mr. Fleshman was the lead. There! Okay, never mind. We're about to get into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You tell Maddie.
I mean, the blue aliens said Hollywood and Bowl and East. They didn't say anything about Leonard Nimoy. Don't be dumb.
She says.
Fleshman was the leader of the aliens, and here's this picture. It's like a roadmap leading us right to the squeeze bomb. Fleshman was the leader of the green aliens,
You argue.
but the blue aliens are the ones who planted the bomb. Hey, no. Skin color doesn't make any difference.
Maddie argues.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, you think. She's right. Still, you're not sure about the squeeze bomb. It might be planted in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like Maddie said, but she could be wrong. Your instincts tell you it could be somewhere else, at the big outdoor theater called the Hollywood Bowl, for instance, or hidden at the Rose Bowl Parade. You gotta choose. Well, oh boy.
Okay, I mean, like I have the parts of a sinking stomach, I think, that make me feel like Maddie might be the leader of the blue aliens.
Oh.
She's trying to throw us off the scent a little bit. I'll also secondarily add here, as soon as I remember it, I will secondarily add here, I have forgotten.
Well, I'm not talking until you tell me. I'm bored. Okay. 148. So 48 for the Walk of Fame. I do feel like
Oh!
Now you've got
Sorry.
it? Know it all?
I apologize. I will just very quickly say before we go on, because we're going to go into reasoning, and this is more of a thing with this page, which is like,
Yes.
Maddie pulled out the ultimate move.
I know.
And the ultimate move is if someone is being a complete contrarian to you, no matter what you say something fully unobjectionable that they then have to take issue with. Like if someone's like, oh, the sky is blue. I think it's red, nerd. Okay, well, racism is bad. Huh?
Yeah.
Your move. Your move
Yeah,
now.
she does win. She does win.
She
So-
knows everything.
I guess we have to go to the Walk of Fame. Otherwise,
Hey,
we're
off
bad.
that reasoning, I'm happy to do that. Off that
Otherwise,
reasoning.
we're bad people. We have to go to 48, or we're bad people.
I think it's possible I might have to do a Leonard Nimoy on this page. So give me a moment.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Maddie seems so sure about the photo, so you decide to follow her instincts.
Okay, know it all. Let's go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You agree?
But at least let's get some tools first.
The two of you go back to Jack's garage and rummage around until you find some tools, a sledgehammer and a pickaxe. Then you hop on a bus and ride to the Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard. A crowd of people is standing around the Man's Chinese Theater. Tourists, you realize, taking pictures of their favorite movie stars' names on the sidewalk.
Come on.
Maddie says, hurrying towards the famous sidewalk.
We've got to find that squeezer thing before it goes off. What are we going to do? Just start digging? With everyone watching, we'll get arrested.
You call after her, but she's not waiting for you. She's charging ahead, so hurry on to page 70 before Maddie beats you to it. Again with the just like chill. Just like chill.
This fierce competition.
Just Just like chill. Much better life if you just chill. You don't want Maddie to find the device first, so you race ahead with the pickaxe in your hand. Why should she get all the credit? Besides, if the squeeze bomb isn't buried here, you have to search somewhere else, and fast. You've only got until tomorrow at 10 human time before it goes off and crushes you into tennis ball. In broad daylight with crowds of people watching, you begin to dig up the sidewalk. You swing the pickaxe over your head. Whack! The hard cement crumbles at your feet, and Maddie lifts a sledgehammer and lets it fall.
Hey, look!
Someone in the crowd shouts,
Those kids are destroying Leonard Nimoy's name!
Fleshman rules! You glance up and swallow, hard. You hadn't noticed before, but now you see it. Most of the tourists are wearing funny fake ears, pointed ones, just like Mr. Spock on Star Trek. Uh-oh, you're surrounded by Star Trek fans, Trekkies, and they look like they want to kill you for destroying Leonard Nimoy's star, and they do! You get shot! Beam down to page 26. The angry Trekkies begin to close in on you. A man in a Mr. Spock shirt and very large pointy ears grabs you by the arms.
Give me that pickaxe!
He shouts, shaking you hard. You wrench free.
No!
You shout at him and at the crowd.
Stand back! There's an alien body-squeezing bomb buried in the cement there!
A few of the people laugh, but most of them stare at you wide-eyed like they believe you. Whoa, you think? These Star Trek fans will believe anything.
Okay.
The man in the black jacket says.
Here, give me the pickaxe. I'm stronger. I'll dig it up. No!
Maddie cries out. She grabs the axe away from the man.
We have to dig it up ourselves.
Huh? Why is she acting so strange all of a sudden? She's acting like normal, and I normally think everything she does is annoying. Maddie shoots you a furious glare. For an instant, just an instant, you see a yellow beam of fire in her eyes. I mean, I do think you called it. 63.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Alien!
You blink and swallow hard. Oh my god, they're really quadrupling down on it. Nah, you didn't see that, did you? That yellow beam of fire in Maddie's eyes, it must have been a glare from the sun or something.
Dig!
She yells. She shoves the pickaxe at you and smashes the sledgehammer into the cement. You glance at the crowd, then at the street. 2 police cars have pulled up to the curb. 4 officers are getting out, hurrying towards you, probably to arrest you.
Uh-oh. Trouble?
You mumble to Maddie.
We better get out of here before they lock us up. No!
She shouts, practically screeching at you.
Keep digging! We've got to find the device!
She sounds like a maniac. What happened to her? And should you do what she says? Well, to keep digging. Page 9, if you want to run from the police. Page 24.
Oh.
That's a tantalizing offer.
I think it's possible that this is still on the good path.
Yeah.
And in this, we're running from the police. She gets arrested. She gets held in a cell while we go check out the Rose City in Pasadena. Rose Bowl in Pasadena, rather.
So you want to...
Because that's the one she was leading us away from.
That is true. Do you want to go for called shot, page 24 then?
Yeah. Absolutely. You gotta run from the police.
All right. You drop the pickaxe and run. Forget Maddie, you decide. She sounds crazy. And what was that yellow flash in her eyes? Anyways, whatever it was, it creeped you out and you didn't like it.
Hold it!
A police officer shouts behind you. No way, you think as you push through the crowd on the Hollywood Boulevard. Your heart your heart begins to pound as you run, pushing, shoving people aside. You're running so fast, you don't see the banana peel lying on the sidewalk. It's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, on Jerry Lewis's star, of course. Whoa, your feet fly out from under you as you slip on the banana peel. For an instant, you twist in the air, then you come down fast, landing with a thump. Hard. Stop it. On your head. Ow. Everything spins, throbs, then goes black as death. Find out if you died on page 128.
We get to 128 and it just says you died.
You die. It's in the Dark Souls font and everything. There's good news and bad news. The good news is that you're alive, you hit your head hard, and you're out cold, but you're okay. The bad news is you won't wake up until 11 tomorrow morning. Too late to find the squeeze bomb, which was not buried in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, by the way. Remember how it was supposed to go off at 10 a.m. and squeeze you and everyone else into L.A. into the small black tennis balls, the thing we told you earlier? Well, it does. The end. Okay.
That might be the lowest effort version of one of these ends. Remember the threat we told you? It happens. The end.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, like, it just straight up told us page 9 here is not going to be right. Do we bother?
Let's try it. I want to see what
Yeah.
Maddie's resolution to this is.
Yeah.
You're right, Maddie. As always,
You yell.
we've got to keep digging.
You swing the pickaxe again, wildly, chipping away at Leonard Nimoy's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame trademark.
What do you kids think you're doing?
A large, freckle-faced police officer asks gruffly. As he grabs your arm, you read his name tag, and it says, Officer Barnes.
We're trying to dig up a bomb under the cement.
You start to explain.
It was planted there by aliens who...
Maddie interrupts you.
No, we weren't.
She says,
We just wanted to ruin Mr. Spock's star. We hate Star Trek. It's like so stupid.
Huh? What's she doing? You glance at Maddie with your face twisted with confusion. Maddie's eyes begin to flash that yellow beam of fire again. This time you see it for sure. Uh-oh. Your stomach turns over. Suddenly you have a sinking feeling that Maddie possibly might not be human. Go on to page 55. God.
You mean she's not just one of those people who has random beams of fire in their eyes?
Yeah, that sucks. I absolutely hated her. Darn it. Despite your protests, Officer Barnes drags you over to his patrol car and shoves you inside. The patrol car door slams with a loud thud. Out the back window, you watch another officer grab Maddie, shoving her in a different car. Your friend, Maddie? An alien? Your mind reels with the idea as Officer Barnes speeds through town to the police station. In the station, you and Maddie are locked up in a cell for kids. It's the same as a normal cell, but Paw Patrol is on. Maddie glares at you fiercely.
So now you know about me.
She says finally. When the police are gone, her voice is thin and metallic, just like the voices of the blue aliens.
Who are you?
You ask her, your own voice trembling. Learn the truth on page 94. She's an alien,
I'm Lorthus,
Maddie says.
daughter of the Hearth, our leader, who is known to you as Mr. Fleshman.
She reaches for her frizzed-out black hair, grabbing it right under the bangs, and with a jerk, she yanks it off. You gasp. It is a wig! Underneath, her skull glows an iridescent blue, blue, blue. So we do know that leader of the blue.
Oh, what's wrong?
Maddie asks, laughing at your expression.
We agree that skin color doesn't matter, remember?
Oh my gosh, she got us again!
Grr! Now we have to be an alien.
Close your gaping mouth and turn to page 102. Your heart pounds in terror as you back into the corner of the cell. You're trapped in a locked jail cell with a space alien.
What? How?
You stammer.
Sorry. I mean, have you always been an alien?
You fool! I'm not the real Maddie Rhino.
The alien answers.
My name is Lorthus. I'm just using Maddie's life form. Don't ask me where the real Maddie is now. You don't want to know.
The camera cuts to a shoebox that has a black ball in it. Like, just, she's a ball.
It's just got Maddie written in Sharpie on the top.
Don't worry, I poked holes. You gulp and nod.
But how?
You ask.
How are you using her life form?
Only my father, my brother, and I can do this. We have special powers.
Lurthus answers.
The others merely turn people into aliens. We can actually inhabit them.
You shudder. Inhabited by an alien? What a gross thought.
So what do you want?
You ask her.
I want what my father wanted.
Lurthus answers in a cold, distant voice.
I want to take over the Earth.
I can fix her. Go on to page 116. You know, I'm actually starting to like Maddie now that she's this kid
It's making a lot more sense now.
now that she's not a know-it-all. Like I kind of, like now I'm into it. You stare at Lurthus, who looks like your old friend Maddie Weiner, except that she's got a bald blue head. A hot bald blue head.
Take over the Earth?
You echo. She nods.
That's why I led you to the Walk of Fame, to get you as far as possible away from the squeeze bomb. Now you'll never get there in time to find it.
You mean the squeeze bomb isn't buried in the Hollywood Boulevard?
Bloop, bloop. Xbox achievement unlocked for reps. Lurthus shakes her bald head and laughs again.
Of course not, you jerk.
She says,
I'm the one who crossed out Leonard Nimoy's name on that photo. And wrote in Flashman rules to steer you away from its real location. And you fell for it!
"Oh man, your mind's racing almost faster than your freaked out heart. You never should have gone to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that's for sure."
So, wanna see my real face?
Lurthus asks. Huh. Do you? If she takes off her face, could it help you get out of this jail cell? Of course, it could also be so hideous that it scares you to death. You have to make a decision to say yes, 87, to say no, 126.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen the skull.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen it already, so, like, if she does that, maybe the police will let us out.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
They're like, oh, shoot! This is a more pressing issue, hopefully. We'll see. 87.
Sure.
You answer, Lurthus.
Show me your real face. I dare you.
Oh. Dare? You gulp and swallow. Hard. Truthfully. Wow, we just got so goosebumped right there. A dare into a swallow hard? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, you don't want to see her real face. The whole day has been horrible enough, but you've got a plan. If the alien takes off her human face, as creepy as it sounds, she'll be exposed, standing there, a space alien. Then you can scream for the police, they'll come, and then they'll see that you're a human and she's not. After that, they'll have to believe you about everything.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You ask her. She laughs again as she reaches up and starts to pull on a loose flap of skin near her forehead. Go to page 31. We've been hiding on Earth for so long, keeping our real selves secret. Do you want to see in public?
Yeah.
In one swift motion.
This area is well patrolled. Anyway, here's the reveal.
In one swift motion, Lurthus rips off her fake face.
Help!
You scream.
Officer Barnes, get in here!
The policeman hears you and comes running, and he opens the cell door.
What the?
Officer Barnes starts to say, his mouth dropping open. He stares in shock at the alien. Her head is like the other aliens you've seen, diamond-shaped. Her eyes are yellow, balls of fire, bobbing on black stems. Her mouth is a black gaping hole.
I told you!
You shout at Officer Barnes.
Aliens from space! Now do you believe me?
Officer Barnes doesn't have a chance to answer. He reaches for his gun, but Lurthus is faster. She opens her mouth and plunges her long, skinny arm deep in her throat, reaching. When she pulls it out, she's holding a green and purple-handled weapon with a claw cage on the end.
Let me out of here!
You scream. Too late. Go to page 97. Well, I don't want to. I mean, if you're going to tell me just too late, then. Lurthus aims the weapons at Officer Barnes and fires. Zip. In a flash, he's surrounded by a cage of blinding bright light. The light begins to squeeze him, squeeze his whole body to a black, small ball. Uh-oh. You're next. Zip. Lurthus donates you, Officer Barnes, and all the other humans she's collected to the ASPCA for the dogs to play with. You've always loved to play fetch with dogs. That's good, because now you get to play it every day. You're the ball. The end.
Rito,
Yeah.
I think we reached a good ending. This is...
I'm
we
with
get
it.
to play with dogs forever.
All day, forever, every day? Honestly, it's not a
Good,
problem.
seems good. But maybe we allow her to keep the disguise for just a moment longer.
Oh, yeah, just,
Maybe,
we'll humor it.
yeah. No way.
You answer fast with a shudder. See her real face? That'd be gross. Almost as gross as Maddie's face. You don't want to watch her peel off her human skin. Besides, you got a better plan.
Help!
You scream.
My friend is sick!
Shut up!
Hisses Lerthus.
The officer can't see me like this.
She points up to her blue, bald head. The alien scrambles to pull her wig back on, but she doesn't get it on straight. A big piece of blue scalp shows the front. Perfect, you think. My plan, it's working! The police will arrive on page 42. Officer Barnes comes running into the cell area.
Alright, what's wrong?
He asks in a gruff voice.
Better be good. Why'd you call?
You point to Maddie's head.
Look!
You cry, pretending to be really worried.
Her head is turning blue!
Officer Barnes falls for it.
Wow.
He says.
You know, that is really weird. She must be sick.
He reaches for his keys fast and unlocks the jail cell. Now's your chance to escape. Run to page 12. What? She's sick. Cheese it! As soon as the cell door swings open, you dash out.
Hey, what?
The officer calls, but you don't wait. You just run as fast as you can through the halls of the police station to the nearest exit, pounding the hard cement floors out the door to the beautiful daylight. Freedom! You never knew how precious it was until you were locked up. Uh-oh. Footsteps behind you, coming fast. Race to page 39. You don't look back. You keep running, twisting through the streets behind you. The footsteps continue to follow you, chasing you. You duck into a narrow alley behind a row of stores. You hide behind a capital D dumpster. Why is it capitalized? Is it a person with a big dump truck? You know, just a dump truck rear? Is that like...
You hide behind Luigi's dumpster.
The footsteps stop. Is it the police? You peek out from your hiding spot and see Lerthus. She followed you. She's looking around, scratching her head. Your stomach flips over. You're being chased by a space alien. What now? If you sneak away from her, maybe you can search for the squeeze bomb by yourself before it's too late. But what about Maddie? Maybe you should approach Lerthus, make her tell you where the real Maddie is. You can save Maddie's life. After all, the real Maddie was your friend. You can't let her die. Plus, she's really good at finding things. She can help you find the squeeze bomb. Okay, to sneak away from Lerthus and search for the squeeze bomb, 80 to save the real Maddie, get her help, 121.
Well, it seems like Lerthus would take any available opportunity to waylay us from our path. So I can't imagine that to be a good idea to go back and ask her.
If it works, I don't like it. So I am happy to try 80.
Absolutely. We also have enough information that, like, Lerthus was clearly trying to, take us off the path as much as is possible. Her two suggestions were the two that weren't at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. It's almost like she's an unreliable source of information that we shouldn't ask for information from, but, well, whatever.
She knows everything, but she says the opposite.
Yeah, but perhaps her skin's blue. She got us there.
Okay, I'm back on board.
She got us there. Well, I'm already on page 80, then we'll go back. You crouch lower and wait until you hear Lerthus's footsteps leave the alley. When the coast is clear, you dash out of the alley. Your goal remains the same. Before you do anything else, you have to save LA! The Hollywood Bowl is closer than the Rose Bowl, so you decide to head there. Oh man, you think as you glance at your watch. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. I'm running out of time. Search for the squeezer device on page 44. You hop on a bus towards Hollywood, but the buses are slow and confusing. You take the wrong one and get lost. Relate. With every second, you grow more nervous. What if you can't find the squeeze bomb? Everyone in LA will be turned into a little black ball. Really? Your head is dizzy with fear. By the time you reach the Hollywood Bowl, it's 9 at night. The crowd fills the seats in the open-air auditorium. You sneak in past the ticket taker and glance at the brightly lit stage. That's when you gasp. Whoa. 5 hideous creatures are leaping around wildly. Relate? Their faces are striped, purple and white. Something green is growing out of their heads. Oh man, you think in a panic. More aliens! Go to page 37. For an instant, you want to scream. How will you defeat these new aliens? But then your eyes adjust to the multicolored bright lights on the stage, and you laugh to yourself. You recognize the 5 guys on stage. It's Mindless Aggression, one of the most famous bands in America. The musicians are wearing purple and white makeup on their face and green dye in their hair. Relax, you tell yourself. You're not going to see an alien from space every time you turn around. He's right behind me, isn't he? While the crowd goes wild, hooting and dancing to the songs of mindless aggression, you try and calm down to make a plan. You gotta find the squeeze bomb. If it's here, if it's there, but where is it? But maybe it's planted in plain sight, right out in the open, in the seats, backstage? Huh. If you sneak backstage to search for the squeeze bomb, 65. If you think it's planted in plain sight, page 10.
Unfortunately, there's no option for I don't think it's here.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that.
So-
We'll just see what's up.
Which of these available options do you think would get us out of this location and towards the Rose Bowl faster?
I don't know, but I'm also wondering, like, since they forced us to pick one, I am wondering if they just tried to shoehorn us to this correct one so that we didn't, or maybe they're both right. It might be one of those things, because I don't know if it never said in this book, I want to point out, it never said there's only one right answer for this book at any point. So there could be multiple.
My only contrast to that is that Lerthus confessed that the reason she chose the Hollywood Walk of Fame was it was the furthest from where it actually was, which this is the nearest to
True.
the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I mean, maybe she lied again.
Oh, she keeps doing that! But that blue skull, though!
Yeah. Well, I'm curious about plain sight. I feel like, what if it's in like the music equipment or something like that? Like it's in an instrument, like in the drums or something. You know?
We just look up on stage and one of them is holding a giant squeeze bomb, playing it like a bass.
Yeah. You scan the crowd looking for the squeeze bomb. There's only one problem. You have no idea what it looks like. It could be disguised as anything, even a picnic cooler. Wow, you think. Yeah, a picnic cooler. Everyone brings coolers to the outdoor concert at the Hollywood Bowl. First thought, best thought. If the aliens wanted to fool people, it's the perfect way to do it. Specifically a picnic cooler. You start running through the seats, stopping at every plastic picnic cooler you see, flipping open the tops one after another. But you find nothing. Nothing. Just a lot of soft drinks and bags of soggy nacho chips floating in half-melted beds of ice. Why would you don't put them in the cooler? Also, how are they soggy?
Right, this is an esky. Got
What
it.
is going on? Finally, you flip.
People have popped open the nacho chips and then just put them back down on the bag of ice for some reason.
Finally, you flip open the last cooler, sitting near the feet of a guy in a torn black t-shirt and his grungy jeans. His eyebrows are pierced, so is his tongue. Inside the cooler, you see a great big hunk of cheese. A piece of cheese as big as a birthday cake. Is that it? Is that the squeeze bomb? If you think this block of cheese is the squeeze bomb, page 40. If you don't think so, 74. I mean, I don't. I think
but
it's
I want to know what happens if we think
Zach,
it is.
I want to know what happens if we think the cheese is the bomb. So let's go to page 40 and die.
Let's do it. If this turns out to be correct, I'm going to be mad. You're furious.
That's it. You think that's got to be it. Why would some punky-looking guy bring a chunk of cheese to a rock I mean, okay, hold on. You're on to something. Why would you bring a big block of cheese to a rock concert? He's not even eating it. The aliens probably planted the squeeze bomb in the cooler and just left it sitting there. You grab the cheese and run towards the security guards who are up front near the stage.
Hey, that guy's stealing my cheese!
The guy in the black t-shirt shouts. Uh-oh, maybe it was his cheese. The guy chases you, grabs you around the neck in a stranglehold, and drags you up to the two police officers.
Stop struggling! This kid right here, he stole my cheese!
He complains angrily. The officers glare at you, and one of them pulls out a gun, a pair of handcuffs. You go on to page 118. Steal
I'm
cheese?
sorry, cheese stealing's a capital offense.
Cheese thief.
Well, what do you got to say for yourself?
The officer with the handcuffs asks. He has a long scar across his face, and his chest muscles bulge so much that his shirt barely stays buttoned. You gulp and swallow twice before you can make yourself speak.
It's just that, I think it's, a bomb?
You answer. The officer glares at you, waiting for you to go on.
Look, I know you're not gonna believe this, but
You stammer.
some
blue aliens landed on Earth, and they've got this bomb, and it squeezes people into balls, and I thought this huge piece of cheese might be in it.
A huge smile spreads across the officer's face. He quickly puts his handcuffs away.
Ha! Way to go!
He shouts, clapping you on the shoulders.
So you saw the aliens, did you? All three of them?
Huh? Maybe this will make sense on page 69.
You know about the aliens?
You ask.
Sure.
The security guard says. He reaches out to shake your hand.
Hey, congratulations. You're a millionaire.
You blink and shake your head.
What do you mean I'm a millionaire?
You ask. The security guard gives the cheese back to the punky guy in the black t-shirt. Then he leads you to a quieter spot out in the hallway. He introduces himself. His name is Max.
You've won the contest.
Max explains.
You know, from that radio station you clearly listen to, KPLM.
You stare at him blankly.
What contest?
You ask.
The Spot the Aliens contest.
The guard says.
Didn't you say you saw aliens?
Yeah, but they were real?
You insist. Max laughs.
No way.
He says.
It's a contest. They've got 3 actors roaming around LA dressed up in alien costumes. If you spot all 3 of them and can describe them, you win $1 million. So, did you see all 3?
If you only saw the 2 on the spaceship, turn to page 7.
But if you've seen a third alien disguise, turn to page 106. That's Lurthus, baby!
Yeah, that's...
So that's why we had to go the Lurthus path to get here.
This is so wacky. All right, 106. All right. You saw 3 aliens, which means you're going to be a millionaire, if you're telling the truth. Are you? Did you see a third alien? You know how it was disguised because the alien pulled off part of the disguise. No cheating. Was it a wig, a pair of pants, or a nose? It was a wig.
That's what would reveal the skull.
I saw all 3 of them!
You tell Max excitedly.
Great, you can call the radio station on my cell phone.
Max says. You dial the radio station's number and explain that you've won the contest.
I saw 2 blue aliens on a spaceship, and the third one was my friend Maddie Weiner. She has black hair, but it was a wig. She pulled it off, and she has a blue head underneath.
You explain, getting more and more excited.
Congratulations! You're our winner!
The DJ John Feld cries.
Wow!
You scream so happy you don't even know what to do. A few later, you're at the radio station, sitting in the booth, talking to John Feld on the air.
And at 10:05 tomorrow morning, we'll give you a $1 million prize.
John Feldman announces. 10:05. That's a weird time to get a prize, you think?
I can't wait to tell Jack about this.
You say. Wait a minute. Jack? Suddenly your stomach does a flip. Flip to page 28. You just remembered. Jack and Billy have been turned into small black balls. Just now.
It's back!
You know that part was real because you saw it. And how come you won't get the prize until 10:05? With a sinking feeling, you realize the answer because there is no prize. 10:05 tomorrow is the morning after the body squeezing bomb goes off. It turns everyone into black tennis balls.
You're one of them!
You accuse John Feld, pointing at him in alarm.
You're an alien!
Flip to page 72, quick! John clicks off his microphone, that way only you can hear his answer. His eyes flash at you like yellow balls of fire.
I am an alien,
He hisses.
and I'm the son of Earth. Known to you as Mr. Fleshman. When my father died, I took over this human life form so that I could continue his job on the planet. I thought someone might see us and be afraid, so I came up with this contest. Spot the aliens! That way, if anyone like you happened to see aliens, we'd have a believable explanation.
Honestly? Pretty smart.
Yeah, solid
Yeah.
work.
You don't want to wait to hear anymore. You turn your back and try and open the door to the booth. Whoops. Big mistake. Never turn your back on an alien. With your back turned, you don't notice what John Feld does next. Let me guess. He reaches into his throat and pulls out a body squeezer weapon? Cruzip. A flash of light surrounds you like a cage. It feels like a huge jolt of electricity running through your body, making you shake all over. Then squeezes you into a tiny black ball. You thought you were going to get $1,000,000. Try 1,000,000 volts instead. The end. Okay. So
I like that it's like a path that's hard to fulfill, and yet,
yeah.
because I assume you can just come here directly.
Yeah. Okay. So should we not think that the cheese is a squeeze bomb?
I like that. Cheese is not a squeeze bomb.
No
It's a
squeeze
cheese.
cheese. Oh, the squeeze cheese joke didn't happen.
Damn it.
You don't think so. 74. A piece of cheese, that can't be the squeeze bomb, you decide, but you've looked everywhere else. So you decide what to do is what you should have done in the first place, sneaking backstage. After all, even if you don't find the alien bomb, you'll have fun hanging out with mindless aggression, right? Who are definitely not aliens. Sneak backstage on page 65. You sneak past some security guards and go backstage to search for the squeeze bomb. It's fun hanging out backstage. The place is sort of dark and crowded. About a dozen tough-looking men and women are hanging around. The road crew who travel with mindless aggression, power cords and cables crisscross the floor, leading to huge speakers, huge sound and light panel. With the back area, there's a table set up with all kinds of snacks, candy, and soft drinks.
Cool.
You mutter to yourself, wandering towards the snack table. You help yourself to some chips and salsa. As you're standing there, you overhear two guys talking, two guys in jeans and road crew t-shirts, leaning against a black back wall. They have baseball caps on, pulled down low, so low that you can't see their face. They seem to be wearing makeup or something, blue makeup on their faces. They look weird.
Their music is awesome.
One guy says.
Better than anything we have at home.
Totally.
The other guy agrees. Hey, are they just stuttering or are they aliens? Turn to page 32. The hair on the back of your neck stands up as you eavesdrop on the two roadies.
We need them on Frith.
One of the guys says.
Let's take them back home with us. So we'll have great rock and roll too.
Frith? Where's Frith? Something tells you it's not the name of any place on Earth. You hold perfectly still. You watch the two guys closely, trying to see their face.
This song's almost over.
One of the guys says.
When they'll come off stage, that's our chance.
He turns his back on you and faces the wall, but even with his back turned, you know what he's doing. He's shoving his whole arm down his throat, and when he turns around, he's got the gleam of a green and purple handled weapon. Don't move until you reach page 110. Your heart starts hammering that weapon. It's a body squeezer gun, just like the one that was used to shoot Jack and Billy and turn them into small black balls. A moment later, you hear the audience out front erupt into cheers and applause. The song has ended. The band members from Mindless Aggression race backstage.
Wow! We totally rocked!
Mick Horner shouts. He's the lead singer for Mindless Aggression.
I'm starved.
Jojo Castola, the drummer, cries. He heads for the snacks. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the aliens begin to lurch forward. You know what's going to happen next. The aliens are going to shoot the band members, squeeze them into tiny balls, and then kidnap them and take them back to the planet Firth. Yes. Is there anything you can do to prevent it? Probably not, unless... What if you throw yourself into the line of fire? If you jump into the line of fire to protect the band, 21. If you don't dare risk your life, 49.
No, these guys rock so hard. And then jump into the front. I think the self-sacrificial line here might, for some reason, not suck. I can only imagine that it's offered here, and it isn't literally just. Well, I mean, you did it. You saved them for a millisecond, and then they got shot.
Yeah, we'll see. I gotta protect Mick Horner, you decide. I can't let the alien zap him. The alien with the weapon yanks off his baseball cap, and yikes. Now that you can see his head, his horrible alien head, it's blue and diamond-shaped, just like the others. But he seems to have ugly black scars crisscrossing his angular cheeks. His mouth is just a black gaping hole. He raises his arm and aims the squeezer weapon at Mick Horner.
Look out!
You cry, dashing out of the shadows to protect the famous singer. With your arms spread out, you throw yourself in front of Mick. Craw-zip!
Ah!
You scream, feeling the cage of hot white light surrounding you. Go to page 6. Congratulations, you were on the show Save the Rock Stars. In an instant,
Save that rock star from a blue alien rather than a green alien, which way they were pro.
in an instant, you're squeezed into a ball. You're alive, but you can't see or hear or talk or anything. It seems like months passed, maybe more. Then one day you feel yourself being hit by another jolt of electricity. With a start, you open your eyes and...
Hey, don't look so spaced out.
Mick Horner says to you, laughing.
Although we are in outer space.
Huh? You glance around at the metal and glass enclosure you're in, and out the window you see nothing but red dust, like the landscape of Mars. Inside, grinning at you, are all the musicians from Mindless Aggression.
Where are we?
You ask, knowing it is not Earth.
Welcome to Frith.
Mick Horner says.
And thank you for trying to save my life. Too bad it didn't exactly work. They kidnapped us. But we're still a band, and they've got an amazing sound system here. We can all be heard over the planet without microphones. Would you like to join our band?
Go to page 122.
Good ending?
I mean, mixed ending? Join Mick Horner's band. Totally cool. Mindless Aggression is your favorite band in the whole world. No, the whole universe. Someday you'll figure out how to get back to Earth. You think to yourself, I'll steal a ship and go save my friends and family. But for now, rock on. You're going to be a star. Now there's an idea that is music to your ears. The end. I mean, it says that it outlines how we're going to save everything.
It does. That's
So,
kind
like-
of unambiguously positive.
Yeah, it's like kind of unambiguously positive, except for the fact that we are kind of a jerk. Should we try to not risk our life just to see what happens there?
Sure.
But otherwise, I do think that is like, I guess it's a good ending. Yeah.
Didn't find the bomb just yet? I mean, oh, well, I guess everyone's gonna get turned into an orb, so we have to come back and rescue them from being orbs at some point.
Yeah. Throw yourself in the path of that squeezer weapon? No way. The best you can do is warn Mick and the others.
Mick, watch out!
You call, warning him. Both aliens yank off their baseball caps and leap forward. Yuck, their faces are hideous. The yellow fiery orbs, blah, blah, like sands, blah, blah, blah. Almost as if the eyeballs are going to fall off.
Your time on Earth is over.
One of the aliens shouts as he aims his silver weapon at Mick Horner. For only an instant, Mick looks surprised. Then he glances at the other guys in his band.
Oh yeah? That's what you think!
Mick Horner shouts back. Each of the 5 musicians reaches behind his left ear, and simultaneously each one of them begins to pull a zipper. Along the edges of his jawline all the way around, they unzip their faces. What? Face the real Mick Horner on page 130. You gasp, amazed. Mick Horner and the other musicians have unzipped their faces and thrown them on the floor. They're also aliens, but a different race of aliens. They have scaly brown skin and 2 mouths each.
We will never surrender to you!
Mick shouts at the blue aliens.
Then prepare to battle.
The blue alien calls back, his voice thin and metallic. Mick and the other guys begin firing some sort of laser beams out of their stomachs. Ching! A laser beam hits one of the blue aliens and it completely wipes out a part of his leg.
Oh! Ah!
The people backstage begin to scream. The blue aliens shoot back using their green and purple handled squeezer weapons, but the bright cage of the lights just bounces off their brown scaly beings and doesn't seem to hurt them at all. All the human beings backstage run and hide except for you. You stand there and watch. It's too cool to miss. Turn to page 95.
Sick, we found some good aliens.
Yeah. Paching, 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 paching. The battle continues wildly. Beams of light fly in every direction. All 5 members of the Mindless Aggression shoot lasers out of their stomachs. Each time a laser beam hits its target, it erases part of the blue aliens' bodies. Paching, arm gone. Paching, half a face. Krzip, the blue alien creatures fire back, but the squeezer weapons have no effect. When the battle's over, the blue aliens have completely disappeared, and Mick Horner walks on over to you. He looks like something you might see crawling out of a garbage can. Rude. He turns his hideous face towards you, his 2 mouths drooling, like he's hungry, like he wants something to eat. Oh no, you think. Find out what he's going to eat on page 91. Mick Horner picks up 2 nacho chips. one in each hand, and stuffs one into each of his 2 mouths. Then he turns his scaly brown face to you.
So, how much do you know about the Fribbers? Those blue aliens you just saw?
He asks you in a normal human voice. You're so terrified. His face is so weird.
They planted a device somewhere in LA to squeeze everyone into small black balls, and I've been trying to find it, but
You never will.
Mick replies.
Come with us. We'll give you a lift in our spaceship.
great! But first we have to stop and pick up my family and all of my friends
You insist.
and warn everyone else about the bomb. I can't just leave innocent people behind.
Fine.
Mick says.
We can take as many as 200 people on our ship with no trouble. And everyone else will have enough time to evacuate the city. Where do you want to go?
Colorado!
You decide.
I've never really seen snow before. We'll be safe there. And besides, I've always wanted to learn how to snowboard.
Raps. Wow. The end. The timing. Do you want to explain, Raps?
Up until last week, I had never seen snow before. And last week I went to the snow, and I always wanted to learn how to snowboard, so I learned how to snowboard. The only thing is I did not get to meet, off-brand Mick Jagger, who's
Yeah.
also an alien. That's the... Actually, no, I did meet... an off-brand alien version of Alice Cooper.
There
Dang!
you go.
Entirely different scenario.
This one's funny because it sounded like halfway through the page it looked like it was going to be another mixed ending, but then it's like, but I can save 200 people, and also there's time for every single person to evacuate. We don't care about the bomb anymore, but we don't have to care about the bomb. Just leave, forehead.
And we have new alien rock star friends, and we get to go to Colorado.
I'm like, both of these endings on this are like, this one's more strictly good. The other one is good, like mixed with a hint that it will be good in the future in theory. Wow. All right.
It was great.
It was great. I liked it. I will say, I don't know. Not to say I didn't like. I liked it. I don't know why it's a special edition. Why is it in the special edition line? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, like the only thing I could even theoretically offer is because it's a direct follow-up to another. But in the main line, there's direct follow-ups to others from the Goosebumps series. So
I genuinely have no idea why they released this one as a special edition book, because it doesn't have any of the things that made the other ones special editions. So I'm confused by that, but I also don't mind, because it's kind of nice to like have a brief breather about like, just, you did not have the basketball, you did not have the soccer ball, you do not get to win. It's a nice breather from it. Like, I like the inventory system a lot. I don't know. It was nice. I liked it. I liked this book. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
yeah, I also have seldom little to add other than that was really good. I really liked that book. It was really fun.
It was good. I like that book. It was fun. It was good. I like that book. It was fun. I think early on, like, I will say, yeah, it does have like a lot of very long-winded. Like, we played some of it. To be clear, we played some of it up. Like, sometimes we added in some of that when talking about that. Oh, my friend went into black ball. Sometimes we added it in, but honestly, most of the time, if it didn't seem over the top, it was in the actual book. Like, there was so much re-explaining, like more than normal. Like, I get it's made like what the target audience is, but that's been the target audience of every one of these books, and they didn't feel like that. Whereas like very much like catching you up after the commercial break. And it made me wonder if it's just like,
it had that energy.
Yeah, almost like I was wondering if there was a lot of more interspersed paths, and I guess there were. We know for a fact, like, we went off to the side quest with like Maddie and stuff like that. We didn't have to do that, so like I think that there probably was a lot of catch up points where they're like, okay, just in case you missed this because of the way they structured this book, Maybe there would have been more paths where you could have missed stuff. I don't know how you could have missed your friends being turned into 2 black balls, because I'm pretty sure that happened at the initial diversion point, but either way.
It did.
Yeah.
Although, like, I can see that one of the stories tends away from looking for them when you go with Maddie and you go investigate single by yourself. I wonder if there's an alternative path that focuses almost exclusively on the direct search for them, and that it's just trying to make sure you constantly remind yourself of the overall mission no matter what path you're on.
I think that is probably the case. But yeah, either way, I did really enjoy it. We are, oh my gosh, which book was this? Was this number 6 of special?
Number 6.
No, Rex!
We've only 2 more special editions to go.
2 books left. That's terrifying. It gives me goosebumps.
That gives me goosebumps.
Yep. Quit it. Stop. I want to make them groan. I want to say the thing that's bad. Let me fall on the sword.
I'm sorry. If you fall on the sword and die, I will just also fall on that same sword, because it's still there, baby. There's still same sword.
To just make a death sandwich.
Kebab.
A kebab.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes more sense. I mean, hey. Yeah,
Here we go.
anywho, what's up?
We have an executive producer for
Who's
this
it?
episode. The executive producer being Alex Dredd. Thank you very much, Alex Dredd, for your support over on patreon.com/turn-to-pagecast at or above the hardcover tier. Much appreciated. Executive producer Alex Dredd.
Alex Dredd, thank you very much for the support. And a huge thank you to all supporters on Patreon. Patreon.com/turn-to-pagecast if you want to help support this show and help us with, costs of things that have already been, spent, and also on future projects and things like that, all under the, turn the page. I don't know. I was going to say...
Banner. Franchise.
Franchise. I was going to say franchise, but I was like, that doesn't feel like it applies. But yeah, under the turn to page banner. There we go. So yeah, if you want to help out with that, that'd be wonderful. But a huge thank you to those who already are and have. If you also want to help in a free way, youtube.com/@turn-to-pagecast. You can find an easy, you get it sent to your feed in maybe a website that you maybe check more often than where you would check your podcast, depending on who you are. You could go help yourself over there while helping us for completely free. That'd be a great
There's
way
a
to
direct comment section there you could use
Yes.
that we can keep monitor of.
Yes.
Also, on that note, I will just quickly add, with only 2 more episodes of the special edition of Give Yourself Goosebumps, any recommendations for other choose your own adventures in a similar ilk are always appreciated.
Of course.
That would be one of the great locations to leave them.
Yep. Great location number 1, youtube.com/@turn-to-pagecast. You can just leave it on in the comment section of literally any episode that you hear us talking about it. Also, I heard some people saying things like that they were like, "Oh, I'm watching out of order." So these comments are like, I gotta tell you, I personally don't care about that. I love seeing the comments regardless of how old they are. So if you're, I'm saying this to super future person, like if you're watching these videos on YouTube or anywhere that you can comment, hey, I love seeing what you have to say. You guys have been super nice about this this whole project. So do not feel like it is a weird thing to leave a comment in the future. It's always helpful, especially on something that's like hopefully evergreen, right? Like it's not like we're covering Goosebumps in a timely manner, Yeah, so it does not matter if you're commenting in a timely manner either. So huge thank you to those who have left wonderful, nice comments. But the train of thought lost. The other place, if you have suggestions for books, is turn2pagecast@gmail.com. If you want to just send us an email, if you are not, wanting to interface with the YouTube side of things, you can still give us direct contact over there, turn2pagecast@gmail.com. Or hell, you can DM us on Patreon as well. That's also another place, or like leave a message on one of the Patreon posts. Those are all the places that I can think of right now. I'm sure there's more. But hey, any other thoughts before we wrap it up?
None in particular.
Great. The end then. And then the resolution of the podcast was met. The end. It's kind of the energy of some of the endings we got here today. But either way, thank you for listening. No, what do we got?
Rito?
What?
May I quickly take the outro part?
Oh God, please do.
In Mick Horner's presentation, thank you all for listening. You've been the greatest. Woo!